Hello chaps, well the Xbox One X of course was revealed at E3, all those 6 teraflops of goodness, and we've already seen F1 2017 on the Xbox One X, and now it's time to look at a couple of other titles running on Microsoft's upcoming hardware. Right, so we're kicking things off here with some Project Cars 2 gameplay on the Xbox One X. No audio for this unfortunately, but we can see some rallycross action here using the Honda Civic. Now you'll notice a couple of players there using the chase cam. It's not something we often do here at Team VVV, and it is easy to forget that most players will be playing from the chase cam using a controller, and because it's a simulation focused title, you know, you will see players bumping into the sides of the tracks as they sort of struggle to get to grips with the game. But if you want to see some real gameplay on Project Cars 2, we do have some on the channel, so do have a look for that. So it'd be interesting to see just how good it does look on the Xbox One X when we see it in person, and when we have some direct capture on the game running on the Xbox One X, just to see how much they can push the title in terms of visuals. But it's always difficult to judge from an off-screen shot here, but it's good to see anyway on the Xbox One X. And of course we're excited to see what the new hardware can do, and of course we will be covering the Xbox One X extensively in the future, so if you want to find out more about how games will look on the Xbox One X, you know, do keep up to date with all our latest videos. So a little jump there going into a very tight section, so really you had to hit the brakes there or come off the accelerator before making that jump in order to make that chicane, and that comes of course with trial and error and a bit of track knowledge, a bit of experience. But it's very hard when you're sort of jumping on a game at an event. You just have to sort of take everything for what it is. And you know, you're never going to get the best out of a game at an event. It's always best when you've got the game at home. You can really sort of get into it and see what it's all about and really judge the game. But anyway, we're going to move on now to some Need for Speed Payback action. Much like The Crew, really. The Crew 2, we haven't seen much, or we don't know much about this title so far. Very few details have been given out, so it would be unfair to judge Need for Speed Payback based off of the very sort of heavily scripted highway heist missions that we've seen. And of course these scripted missions are very much the climax of the, you know, the various chapters they have in the game, so it'd be best to hold off any judgments of the game really until we see more of the sort of standard gameplay action, if you like. And who knows, I mean, it does seem like an amalgamation of several titles. We've seen various different spec cars that are very reminiscent of The Crew. Of course it looks a bit like Need for Speed The Run, and there's other elements of other earlier Need for Speed titles in here, but who knows, it could be a lot of fun based off what we've seen so far though. It's not overly inspiring, but like I say, we'll hold off judgment until we get the game and we can really get sort of stuck into it and see what it's all about. And it's one of those games that really needs to come back strong after the disappointing Need for Speed 2015, which itself was supposed to be a reboot. You know, they ditched the 1-year development cycle in favour of 2 years, so we did expect quite a lot with the Need for Speed 2015 game, and it just didn't deliver. So they're under pressure now for Need for Speed Payback. It really does have to deliver. But anyway, we're going to leave it there for some Xbox One X gameplay, and we'll have more on all these titles coming up in the near future.
Well, how do you like it?